Hi, fifth graders. It's time for the investigation for review. We will start by going over the classwork from 4.4, which is what you did yesterday. So in questions A and B, your answers will obviously depend on what you chose to measure. So you should have two triangles labeled with the measurements. So here's an example here of something they may have drawn. You would then use similar triangles to form equivalent ratios and determine the missing value. You could have found scale factor depending on the measurements. And this works again because the sun's rays are parallel to each other and the angle formed by the shadow and the sun's rays will be congruent to each other, and they both have a 90-degree angle. So then each one would have all equal angles and be similar. In question C, other errors you might have made would be basically any human error. Holding the stick wasn't exactly 90 degrees, or measuring the shadows within a short enough time. So like if you measured one shadow and then an hour later you measured the other, that would be a problem, right? Because the shadow would be different. Also, you need to make sure your measurement units are consistent. If you measure in meters, you should give your answer in meters, etc. So those would be some of the errors you could have made. In D, the tree would be 33 1/3 foot tall. Use the ratio of the height of the shadow, 6:4, is equal to x to 2.5 to find the value of x that would make them equal. So in your work today, you are going to be doing the investigation for review. We have, I think it's just 3 questions. With an A and a B for each. Rachel was working with the triangles below. She wrote the fraction half. What was she thinking about them? Then she wrote the fraction 1/3 with these two triangles. What was she thinking the same or different? Explain. Question 2, below are several pairs of similar figures. In each, find the missing measurement. So notice if it's having, you got to compare long side to long side. This one obviously has been flipped, right? And in question 3, it says in each figure below, find the missing measurement. So in this one, it wants X, and here it wants Y. The similar triangle is within the triangle here. So you can see, right, there's one triangle with these 3 measurements, and then the other triangle only has 2 measurements, the 3 and the 5, but you can use the information to get the X. In the bottom one here, this triangle here, this skinny one, has all 3 measurements. Just make sure you're comparing the corresponding sides. For tomorrow, you will be doing the unit review. So after that will be the test. Have a good day.